Yeah, so myself, Muruganandan, I'm a certified LabVIEW architect and I'm a Graphics professional instructor as well. So as Ram said, I'm one of the coordinator for Chennai LabVIEW user group. Yeah, perfect. So this is the outline of my presentation and demo of today. So first, just we are going to discuss about LabVIEW NXG web module and WebVI, and I'm just showing how to create simple WebVIs and some styling guidelines with CSS and how to embed some content with into WebVI. And I'm doing as a demo. I have recorded videos, so I can directly show you the videos. So coming to the point, LabVIEW NXG web module is giving a lot of options to us compared to LabVIEW normal LabVIEW. So we can able to create a LabVIEW web applications without any web development details. Like we don't need to code in HTML or CSS or Java. With LabVIEW itself, we can able to develop any web page, and that web pages can able to run in any modern web browser, and we could able to design a page for computer or a tab or iPad or phone. So these kind of options also available, and we could able to quickly visualize the data from anywhere for the distributed systems. And we don't need to do much anything within the WebVI. So there are already engineering widgets are available that are highly optimized for web-based applications. So we can directly drag and drop them, and we can use it for building the web applications. So we can also make existing LabVIEW application to web ready. Means we can able to convert the LabVIEW already available LabVIEW applications to as an web application that is optional available. And finally, we could able to create full web page from LabVIEW itself. So this is one of the very nice option for from LabVIEW NXG. And so coming to the WebVI. So WebVI is an special type of VI that is available from that is part of LabVIEW NXG web module, and it is available in LabVIEW NXG. Then it is allows us to develop UIs that with standard web technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and with the standard engineering widgets that are already available in NXG itself. NXG web is coming along with the NXG web module. So as I said, we don't need to code anything with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It will take care. NI web module, NXG web module itself will take care of these things. So we just need to if we know how to code with NXG, then it is very good to go with this. And yeah, and we have an option to import and export the content from the NXG web BI. So if you want to embed some content from the another web page or open source Google somewhere else, we can able to do it. I'll be showing how to do it in a while. I have an video. And yeah, so the programming wise, we don't have much difference. The only part is the HTML tab is additionally added to the NXG web application. So we can able to modify or we can able to embed some of the codes from open source. Or if you are developing a separate HTML file, that is also we can able to embed here. So those kind of options are available. So yeah, I'll be showing that as well. Yeah, I'm just showing my first video how to create a WebVI. So the best part how to create start with is I'm just going with the template or the project web application project. I'm just giving the name here before starting the project. So once we hit the enter with the name, then it will get started and it is loading now. So the environment it's getting loaded. Correct. So here we have an, if you see on the top, there is a panel, diagram, and icon. So this is a text of a label that is free label that is available. So this is the block diagram, default block diagram will be available here. And we need to build our application. So if you go to this one, yeah, if you right click on it, there is an option to build your application. Yeah. So we can able to code as like our normal VI. So if you connect any hardwares, it will be listed here. You can able to work with them also. And as see the panel and diagram, and there is another option for HTML as well. I'll be showing here. And here there are properties that you can able to modify for your needs. Yeah. Yeah, this is in another tab that is additionally added, the HTML source. So whenever we are dropping any control from in a front panel, the respected HTML code will be automatically added here. For example, currently we have this text with the relabel. So with for HTML code with respect to text also will be available in this HTML code. Yeah, so this is the same code. This code is available here, and I'm just dropping one more control, and we can see with respect to that control there is an HTML code will be added to the so here we have a lot of options to modify if you want. Yeah, this is another, yeah, we can able to modify this. These are all highly optimized, so we can able to modify, use it based on our requirement. So let's say here the object name, this front panel object name is gauge, so we could able to search here. If you press Control F, there is an option to search in the HTML point. So I'm just putting the gauge. Then we could able to see the respective HTML code is automatically added. So we don't need to do anything additionally. It will take care of whatever we are doing in the front panel. So HTML, it will be updated automatically. This code is completely added by automatically. Right. And if you want to style, if you want to improve style, you can use the properties, or else you can use CSS file as well. CSS, the cascading style sheets, we can use them as well. From there are a lot of tutorials also available in the how to use CSS for HTML. I'm just showing an one example here. Okay, I'm just first thing I'm just going to try to change the background of my VI. For that, I'm just going to add a simple CSS code to change the color, background color. So it will help us to change the color. So I'm just giving here is a light gray, light blue. Yeah, so if I done, it will be changed, it will be updated. So here I can able to update whatever color I want. Maybe, yeah, I'm changing to some other color now. Perfect. So yeah, this is also one of the thing. So this is one thing. And if you find some CSS code that is available out, as an open source, that is also fine, we can able to add here. That is another example I'm going to show here. So how to add another CSS code. None of these codes are written by me. I have copied, it's an open source, it's available in the web. I have just copied for the demonstration purpose. Yes, so here also we can able to do, we can add whatever you want to the code. So this is this is how we can add CSS code with LabVIEW NXG module. Same way we can add JavaScript as well. So these are the part of how we can add CSS and how to create in web module here. So next thing is how to embed these things. So yeah, this is an interesting part. We can able to add or embed any web content into our web UI. There is an option available for this. So we are generally will be using an iframe to add any embed content into web UI. So yeah, I have another video for this. I'm directly showing this how to embed this content. Yeah. So yeah, I just want to add this YouTube video into my web UI. I have just copied the embedded code from the from the YouTube directly. I'm just going to add one more tab here and to enter that code. Yeah. So if you see, this is an direct code that is I entered. I have not do anything. So it is directly coming into my web UI. So I can able to play, pause, or do anything in the web from the web itself. Even I can able to change the size or the position of the video. That is also part of this one. Here I can able to change, or here there is a lot of parameters available within this iframe. You can able to modify it, or you can add some more parameters as well as per the standard guidelines. So I'm just reducing the height and width to make changes here. Yeah, perfect. So here, the same way you can adjust the position, you can modify the background. These are a lot of options are available. And I'm showing another example here how to, if you don't get an embed code, you can copy this one direct link, and there is another website that is available, iframely.com. You can enter this one, and you from this you will get the direct complete code that you need to embed, that you need to enter in the WebAI itself. So you can directly copy it and you can put it into the WebAI, so it will directly work. So these are a lot of options available for us if you want to try with this, or if you want to embed few things. So I'm just replacing the code. Yeah, it is working as same expected. So if you see, there's a lot of options, left, right. So if you adjust these parameters, you can able to position it in the different locations or wherever you want to be in the VI, in the web page. So yeah, I have another example that I'm showing for embedding this. I mean, embedded any content. I have another open source code that is from Google. I'm just going to replace it, the content from my notepad. So yeah, so I'm just copying it and entering into this. I'm not, it's quite a big code, but we don't need to modify anything here. We can directly paste it and we could able to run it here. Yeah, so this is the code. So once I done it, can I press it? Yeah, this is the Google Pac-Man game code. So we don't need to do anything. We just need to work with the HTML module. We have not done anything with LabVIEW code now. It is a zero LabVIEW code. So we can directly copy the code and put it into HTML file. So it will directly work with our application. It's an LabVIEW application. So right. So the next part is, oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So the building and hosting and web UI. So as I said, we for the building application, we need to use the system designer. So if you go to system designer, webapp.gcom, so we need to build this application. Once it is built, then we could able to export or we can host this web page in any many of the hosting platforms. So I found one of the best or easiest way is to use GitHub. I'm personally using this, so I just want to show you to here. Um, First thing, we are going to see how to build this application. Let's say I'm just going to system designer here, and I'm just into the design view, and yeah, here I'm right clicking on the web app and create a build. So once it is built, it will be available. Yeah, before that we need to save it. So once it is built, it is ready to run in any web browser, any modern web browser. Yeah, so again right click and run in browser. It will be open in my web browser now. So it will work same as what we have seen in the LabVIEW Energy itself. So we can able to find the build code in within LabVIEW itself. I mean, in our PC itself. Let's say, yeah, here I'm going to locate the file location. So right click on it, locate the item. So these are the build content. So we can able to use this content to host in any platform that you want. I am opening the final one for this. Yes. So I'm just going to now open my another code that I have already hosted. I'm just showing as an example here. So this code is an when I'm learning LabVIEW WebVI, I'm just built for my knowledge. So this is one of the game I have built. So this is already built that code and hosted. It's available in GitHub. I'm just showing how to enable the GitHub pages here. So this is my block diagram code, um, and this is my HTML code for the same. So the selected part is completely a CSS code that is an open source that is available in the internet. I have not done this code. So I have done only the LabVIEW code. So this is an additional part that is a background. The leaves are that are flowing, floating and up and down. So this code is completely based on CSS. I have not used the JSS. I mean JS code, I mean JavaScript. It is completely based on CSS code, the background. So we can able to build it on the same way, and we can locate once it is built, we can locate the files and we can push it into the GitHub. So once we should have a GitHub code and we should create a repository there, and once we push into the GitHub code, we can able to enable the GitHub pages from the GitHub itself. So I'm just visiting to my GitHub repository. The same code is already pushed into this some memory game. Yeah, the same content is available here. I'm just showing the built content for the comparison. The same code is available here and there. Yeah, perfect. Right. So if you go to the settings, there is an option for GitHub pages. So there we need to enable the GitHub pages and we need to choose the source for this HTML file. So if we choose the right source, and it will allow us to get the web page. So in this web page can be accessible now. It can be accessible from anywhere in your mobile or system or iPad or tablet, anywhere in the sense. So we can able to do it. We can able to access this. Even currently I'm showing this presentation. This presentation also is embedded into an web UI. It is not an regular Microsoft PowerPoint. It is an web page, if you see. So here I have an embedded this one. If you see my code, I'm just showing here. So this is my iframe code for my presentation. So once we added these details into this, and I can directly go into the system designer and build it, run in browser. So it will directly open my web page. So this is also an FBI, zero LabVIEW code web API, because I have not done anything with block diagram. Only I have worked with HTML here. And here, for example, I have created a few games for this web API. These are all web APIs I have created with LabVIEW, NXG, and then I have hosted in GitHub. I will be sharing these links as well. You can also play around these things. These are I created for my own learning purpose. So these are all created in web page. So these background layers and the leaves that are flowing up and down are CSS code. It's not a Java code or LabVIEW code. This is a CSS code. So you can able to find it in the open source in the web, in Google itself. So we don't need to worry about this. Yeah, finally, yeah, I gave you the links. If you want, you can able to look around, just find things and my references. Yeah, fine. And if you have any questions, I am happy to answer it.